Do you use Instagram, maybe for personal or for business? Well, in December, they updated their terms of service policy, and you might be giving them access to a heck of a lot more than you intended to. So, today we're going to talk about what are those changes and how are they going to impact you. Welcome to the Carrie Kursky Show, your partner in the fight against identity theft, fraud, and cyber threats. I'm your host, Carrie Kursky. If you're listening to this through the audio podcast on the YouTube channel, I will be showing the actual document if you want to see that. If not, look in the show notes at the bottom and I'll have a link to the document itself. I will be discussing everything. So if you want to just tune in on the podcast, you're still going to get all the information. So let's get started. So it was brought to my attention today because there are a lot of videos on TikTok, YouTube, whatnot, whatever, talking about everything that Instagram is now going to have access to with the changes to their terms of service agreement. A local reporter had reached out to me and asked me if this was true. So I said, well, let me look into it. I don't use Instagram, which is why I don't have this on my radar and I don't pay attention to it. But let me tell you, folks, once I started reading this, I'm shocked, and you should be too. So if you're going to look here on the screen, I'm doing a screen share so that way you can see. So we're right here on Instagram's page where it talks about this is their privacy and safety center. And I'll have the link to this document in the show notes. So that way, if you want to pull it up and read it yourself, you can. So, if you look at the privacy, the data policy, it's going to talk about what kind of information do we collect, how we use it, talks about the information and content you provide, networks and connections. A lot of this stuff, there's some things in here that are, might be shocking for some of you. But let's go down to this part, the device information. The device is what you use to get on to Instagram. So it could be maybe you have the app on your phone, maybe you're accessing it through an app on your desktop or your computer or your tablet, or you're going directly to Instagram's website and accessing it that way. So whatever you're using to access Instagram, whether you're posting or just viewing, that is the device. And here's what they get access to. So the device attributes information such as the operating system, hardware and software versions, battery level, signal strength, available storage space, browser type, app and file names and types, and plugins. That means when you use Instagram on your device, you allow Instagram to search your device so they can find out what other apps you're also using. Why the hell do they need to do that just so you can interact with friends and businesses and whatnot? I think that's a bit of a far reach and you should be upset by that, but that's not the worst one. Let's keep going. So the other one is device operations, information about the operation and behaviors performed on the device, such as whether a window is foregrounded or backgrounded, or mouse movements. Mouse movements. They're tracking the movements of your mouse. If you're using a PC or if you're using a tablet and you're using your finger to kind of move around the screen. Now, in here, they say the reason they do it is so it can help them distinguish between humans and bots. I love how they put all that crap in there just to make you think, oh, okay, they're not doing anything nefarious. I don't know about you folks, but I don't need any company monitoring my mouse movements. Then it goes on, identifiers, your unique identifiers, device ID numbers, and other identifiers such as from games, apps, or accounts that you use. So they're going to know your ID for any apps, games, anything else you have on your phone. Not only going to know the type of it, but they're going to know the ID information from it too. And other identifiers unique to Facebook company products. Now remember, Instagram is owned by Facebook, so you shouldn't be too shocked by the overreach that they're doing here. Next, device signals, Bluetooth signals, and information about nearby Wi-Fi access points. So if you're out driving around or if you're sitting in your home, they're going to know what Wi-Fi access points are in your area, beacons and cell towers. So they know exactly where you are. Even if you turn off the GPS coordinates, they're still going to be able to figure out where you are. And your Bluetooth signal, if you have it on, if you have it off. The next thing is data from device settings, information that allows us to receive through device settings you turn on, such as access to your GPS location, camera, or photos. So it's saying if you have these turned on while you're using the app, then they're going to get the data from those things. So first thing you need to do, go into your privacy settings and turn off access to your camera and your GPS and access to your photos. I know that you won't be able to upload and share photographs, and that's kind of the point of Instagram. But hey, if you're allowing them to do this, they get access to everything else on there. Network and connections, information such as the name of your mobile operator, so they know which carrier you're using, or your internet service provider, which one you use to get on to access them. Language, time zone, mobile phone number. So if you're using this on your mobile phone, and even though you haven't given them your mobile phone number, they can still get it. Your IP address, your connection speed, and in some cases, information about other devices that are nearby or on your network. So even if you don't use Instagram, if someone in your household does, Instagram, through that other person who uses Instagram within your household, because they're on it, and if you were on the same network, if it's at your home and you have Wi-Fi and you and everybody in your family sharing the same home personal Wi-Fi, the one person that uses Instagram now is feeding to Instagram information about you, even if you don't have an account, just because you're on the same network. This is absolutely ridiculous, and the other types of devices. So they want to know, if you have if you have a dishwasher that's hooked up to Wi-Fi, they're going to know that. If you have smart TVs, they're going to know that. Anything that's connected to your network, they're going to know the type of devices. And it says, so we can do things like help you stream in video from your phone or TV. Oh, isn't that nice? They're so helpful. Isn't that great? They're looking out for us. Bull crap. They're putting that in there to bypass when you start reading this going, I'm a little uncomfortable with that. They put that in there to ease your fears. Don't fall for this, folks. This is absolutely ridiculous. If you're using Instagram on a device, the stuff that they get access to. If you're using Instagram, you might want to think twice. And if you do still want to use it, make sure you're adjusting those privacy settings and don't let them have access to it. Okay, so back up on the type of information we collect. So information and content you provide. So whatever you're uploading, giving, sharing, okay, we collect the content, communications, and other information you provide when you use our products, including when you sign up for an account, create or share content, and message or communicate with others. This can include information in or about the content you provided, like metadata, such as the location of a photo or the date the file was created. It can also include what you see through features we provide, such as our camera. They can see whatever that camera's seeing. And it says, so we can do things like suggest masks or filters that you might like, or give tips on using camera formats. Again, bullcrap. They just want to know what's in your surroundings. So if you're sitting in the privacy of your own home and you turn on this camera, they can see everything that you can see through that camera. Our systems automatically process content and communications you and others provide to analyze context and what's in them for the purposes described below. So it says, let's see, data with specific protections. You can choose to provide information on your Facebook profile fields or life events about your religious views, political views, blah, 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 blah. This and other information. So basically they're saying we're doing this to protect you. This is why we're analyzing all of your messages, all of your posts, all of your likes, all of your shares. Anytime you use their camera feature, whatever's in the background, whatever is visually available, regardless of if you take that picture or not. It's saying that we're analyzing all this so that we can protect you. Once again, bullcrap. You got to watch out for this. Networks and connections. We collect information about the people, pages, accounts, hashtags, and groups you are connected to and how you interact with them across our products, such as people you communicate with most or groups you are part of. So if you sign up for any kind of groups, now they've got this whole data file on you of who you hang out with, what your interests are, what you like, what you dislike. We also collect contact information if you choose to upload, sync, or import from a device. I have never, ever, ever done this, and I will never do it. When you sign up for a new social media app, it always says, hey, let us access your content, and we'll tell you if your friends are already on here. No. The reason they're doing that is not to help you. It's so that they can get access to all that information on all your people. Basically, you just sold out all your friends and family and your coworkers or anyone who's in your contacts. So again, it says right here that we collect contact information if you choose to upload, sync, or import. So don't do those, such as an address book or call log or SMS log history. So now they know who you're texting on your own personal device, which we use for things like helping you and others to find people you may know. Again, they're so nice. They're out to help you. They're looking out for your best interest. Bull crap. This is all garbage. Let's see your usage. We collect information about how you use our products, such as the type of content you view or engage with. They want to know what videos you're watching. If you simply are scrolling and you happen to stop at something or look at something, they're going to know that, and they're going to put a check mark in your profile about, oh, they liked this. Oh, this piqued their interest. Let's see the actions you take, the people and accounts you interact with, and the time, frequency, and duration of your activity. They know how long you're on, how often you get on, how long you stay on, and if there's things that pique your interest. You know, it's been said before that they use algorithms to purposely make social media addictive. So if you're not on it for a while, you start getting the jitters and, oh my God, I have to go in and check and see what's happening. They are purposely designing this and doing this to get you to be on these things 24/7. If I upload the link to my podcast or upload the link to my YouTube channel, Facebook and LinkedIn will not promote it as much as if I would have directly uploaded the video into Facebook or LinkedIn, meaning they want you to stay within their platform. They want you to do every single thing that you do 24 hours a day on their platform. And they're using the information that you're providing to find out how they can improve that, what things that they can do. Oh, let's see what other horrors we have here. For example, we log when you're using or have last used our products and what posts, videos, and other content you view on our products. We also collect information about how you use features like our camera. Again, make sure you turn that feature off. Information about transactions made on our products. So if you use our products for purchases or other financial transactions, such as when you make a purchase in a game or make a donation, they collect that information. This includes payment information, such as your credit or debit card number and other card information. You're concerned about identity theft? Well, yeah, when you buy anything through Facebook, Instagram, not only do the person you're buying from have access to it, but it looks like that Instagram might keep it too. So watch out for that. Other account and identifying information and billing, shipping, and contact details. I've always told people, if you see a product advertised on a social media platform, don't click on the link to buy it and buy within that platform. Go to that organization's website directly, find the product that you want, and buy it directly through them. Stop doing everything directly through these social media channels, because all they're doing is tracking your habits. Go direct, one-to-one. The more fingers that are in the process and the transaction, the greater risk you're going to have of having an exposure. So one-to-one relationships are the best. Okay, so things others do and information they provide about you. So it's not only they're getting information that you're putting out there, but they're also keeping track of what other people are putting out there about you. We also receive and analyze content, communications, and information that other people provide when they use our product. This can include information about you, such as when others share or comment on a photo of you, send a message to you, or upload, sync, or import your contact information. So remember, I told you, don't upload, import, or sync your contact information because you're putting your friends and family at risk. Well, if they've already done it, now you're at risk. So again, this is just absolutely ridiculous. Let's see, there's more information talking about information from their partners. Partners receive your data. Partners would be anything that you're using inside of it. So if you're using a game, it's an app within the Facebook or any other organization that they work with, basically third parties. So it says partners receive your data when you visit or use their services or through third parties they work with. We require each of these parties to have lawful rights to collect, use, and share your data before providing any blah, blah, blah. So again, the information about with partners is because there's been a lot of backlash. First, it started with Cambridge Analytica. And then there were some other issues finding that third parties were able to get access to everything and anything they shouldn't have been able to, and so on. So that's why that's in there. Okay, so this is my favorite part. So it says, how do we use this information? So now that they've completely terrified you with letting you know that basically they're big brother and they know when you're going to do something before you even know that you're going to do it. So now it's, how do we use this information? Provide and personalize and improve our products. Isn't that wonderful? They're not doing it for any other purpose except for to improve their products and your experience. Bull crap. And don't think, oh, I don't use Facebook because that's bad. I'm only on Instagram. It's the same damn thing. So there you go. Location related information such as your current location, where you live, the places you like to go, and the businesses and people you're near. And they say it's to provide personalized service and to improve our products, blah, blah, blah. That's ridiculous. If you're using their app on your phone, they're tracking you 24/7. It says right here, they're using your current location, where you live, and the places you go. And they also know who you hang out with, because if they're tracking where you go and they're tracking your friend who's on Instagram and where they go, where they're going to see you two are in the same spot. Anybody see a problem with this? So if you think, well, I don't do anything wrong, I don't have to worry about it. That's not the point. The point is that you are giving up your freedoms in exchange for a free service that lets you communicate with friends and family. But guess what? I have another free solution that you can use. It's called a freaking telephone. Pick up the phone and call them. Yeah, you can still do that. You don't have to have Instagram or Facebook to do it. If you want to send pictures, send them through a text message. And then there's the good old-fashioned mail. Print your photos out, mail them. I know it takes longer, but hey, it's another way to do it. So don't give me the garbage about, oh, it's the only way I can communicate. I have relatives all over the world. There are other ways that you can communicate. We text all the time. We don't have to use Instagram and Facebook just to stay in contact. You know, one thing I always tell people working in my space with identity theft, fraud, and cyber threats, privacy and convenience do not share the same space. The more you have of one, the less you have of the other. If you're using a service that they don't charge you a fee, there's a good chance that you are the product. You can look at this document yourself. Again, I'll have the link to it in the show notes. So just be careful. Just wanted to give you information about what's happening with the new Instagram terms of service. Every app that you're using, every tool that you're using, every service that you're using, they all have terms of service and privacy policy agreements. You need to read them. When they come out and tell you there's an update, skim through it. You don't have to read the entire legal document because most of it's written in legal terms. And it's like, I don't know what the heck they're saying. And they could probably say the same thing in 3 words, but they have like 10 sentences. Scan for what information do we collect and how do we use it? Real simple and easy, folks. That's what I did when I heard about this. I went to this page and looked at what information we collect and how do we use it. And it took me to these sections. So make sure you're doing that. That's it for today. Thanks so much for joining me. Until next time, stay safe.